Hello everyone. Today I want to share a simple but powerful principle that can transform your life in just 3 days. The key to success, personal growth, and a greater sense of well-being starts with something that many of us overlook, the way we talk to ourselves. Over the next few minutes, I'm going to outline key points that will help you change the way you speak to yourself, which in turn will change your life. Commit to these for the next 3 days, and I promise you'll begin to notice a profound difference. Today, I want to share a simple yet powerful principle that can change your life in just 3 days: the way you talk to yourself. We often underestimate the impact our internal dialogue has on our actions and overall mindset. The first step to changing your life is realizing that your words shape your reality. For the next 3 days, I encourage you to begin each day with positive affirmations. Remind yourself that you are capable, worthy, and deserving of success. Start with simple statements like, I am enough, I am confident, and I am successful. These words set the tone for everything you do and help you create the mental foundation needed for achieving your goals. By consistently affirming your strengths, you'll cultivate a mindset of possibility, not limitation. It's also essential to become your own encourager. So often we wait for others to validate our efforts, but the most powerful form of validation comes from within. When you face challenges, resist the temptation to criticize yourself. Instead, speak to yourself with words of encouragement. Say things like, I can do this, or I am capable of overcoming this challenge. Become your own greatest cheerleader. This positive reinforcement will not only boost your confidence, but also provide the strength you need to keep moving forward even when the road gets tough. When you believe in yourself, it makes all the difference in how you approach life's obstacles. During the next 3 days, make it a habit to replace self-criticism with self-coaching. It's easy to fall into the trap of negative self-talk when things don't go as planned. However, instead of focusing on your mistakes or failures, ask yourself, what can I learn from this experience? By shifting your mindset from failure to growth, you'll empower yourself to bounce back stronger each time you face setbacks. Rather than seeing mistakes as a reflection of your abilities, view them as stepping stones towards success. This approach helps you stay focused on continuous improvement, ensuring that you move forward no matter what. Finally, remember that your words carry immense power. The way you speak to yourself shapes your thoughts, feelings, and ultimately your actions. Over the next 3 days, challenge yourself to speak with confidence and authority. Even if you're uncertain, practice speaking as if you have no doubts. This will reinforce your self-belief and give you the courage to take action even in uncertain situations. Additionally, express gratitude for every small step of progress, no matter how minor it may seem. By acknowledging your growth, you'll develop a deeper sense of satisfaction and motivation. Speaking to yourself in a positive, empowering way will not only change how you view yourself, but will also transform your entire approach to life. It's easy to look for external validation or encouragement when we face challenges, but one of the most transformative actions you can take is to become your own biggest supporter. Instead of waiting for others to cheer you on, learn to encourage yourself in moments of doubt. When you're faced with difficulties, tell yourself, I can do this, or I am capable of handling this. Self-encouragement builds your confidence and helps you push through moments of uncertainty. It reinforces the belief that you have the inner strength to overcome whatever obstacles come your way, no matter how big or small. By becoming your own cheerleader, you begin to develop resilience, which is crucial for long-term success and personal growth. You'll start to notice that you don't need others to believe in you as much because you'll already have that belief firmly rooted within yourself. Encouraging yourself doesn't just happen in moments of struggle. It's something you can practice every day. Acknowledge your efforts, even the smallest ones, and remind yourself of your progress. Instead of focusing on what you haven't accomplished yet, celebrate what you have done. If you made it through a difficult task or made a positive decision, give yourself credit. Over time, this practice of recognizing your strengths and efforts will help shift your mindset from one of self-doubt to self-assurance. The more you learn to encourage yourself, the more you'll notice your own capacity to take on challenges with a sense of confidence and optimism. Another key aspect of being your own encourager is learning to stop the negative self-talk before it takes hold. Many people are their own harshest critics, constantly second-guessing their decisions or doubting their abilities. When you catch yourself thinking, "I'm not good enough," or "this is too hard," counter those thoughts with something positive and reassuring. Tell yourself, "I am capable," or "I am strong enough to handle this." By deliberately replacing negativity with encouragement, you start to rewire your brain to default to a mindset of self-belief instead of self-criticism. This shift in thinking empowers you to take action, even in the face of uncertainty, because you know you have the resources within you to figure things out. The impact of self-encouragement extends far beyond just personal growth. It influences how you approach the world around you. When you start speaking to yourself with kindness and belief, that energy radiates out into everything you do. You'll notice that you take more risks, pursue opportunities with enthusiasm, and interact with others in a more positive way. Being your own encourager sets a powerful example for others too. People around you will sense your self-assurance, and your inner strength will inspire them to believe in themselves as well. Ultimately, by learning to be your own encourager, you're not just changing your inner dialogue, you're shaping a future where you approach every day with the confidence and determination to succeed. Many of us have a tendency to criticize ourselves when we make mistakes or fall short of our goals. This internal dialogue can become harsh and unproductive, making it harder to move forward. Instead of allowing self-criticism to take over, it's important to replace it with self-coaching. When you make a mistake, rather than focusing on the failure, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? This simple shift in perspective helps you approach challenges as opportunities for growth. Instead of feeling defeated, you begin to see each experience as a stepping stone toward improvement. By reframing your mistakes as lessons, you develop a mindset focused on learning rather than dwelling on errors. Self-coaching requires a level of compassion and patience with yourself that many of us don't typically practice. When you make a misstep, acknowledge it without judgment. Instead of saying, "I failed," try asking yourself, "What did I do well? And what can I do better next time?" This approach helps you recognize your strengths, even in situations where you might feel inadequate. When you focus on your strengths while learning from your weaknesses, you build resilience and confidence. With self-coaching, you empower yourself to continue moving forward no matter how many obstacles you face. This mindset allows you to take action and make adjustments without getting stuck in negativity. Moreover, self-coaching encourages you to take responsibility for your progress. It's easy to blame external factors or other people for setbacks, but by coaching yourself, you take ownership of your actions and decisions. Ask yourself reflective questions such as, "What could I have done differently?" or "What would I do next time?" This kind of thinking allows you to identify the areas where you have control, giving you the ability to make better decisions in the future. It's not about being hard on yourself, but about being honest and proactive. By holding yourself accountable with kindness and curiosity, you foster a growth mindset that helps you overcome challenges more effectively. By replacing self-criticism with self-coaching, you transform your internal dialogue into a powerful tool for personal development. Instead of spiraling into negativity, you begin to view challenges as opportunities to evolve. Self-coaching doesn't just help you in difficult moments, it builds a stronger foundation for success in all areas of life. Over time, this practice strengthens your problem-solving abilities and makes you more resilient to adversity. You start to trust yourself more, knowing that every experience, whether positive or negative, is contributing to your growth. Ultimately, self-coaching leads to greater self-confidence and empowers you to take charge of your journey, equipped with the mindset and tools to succeed. Hey, in life, it's easy to become overwhelmed by circumstances beyond our control. We often focus on external events, other people's actions, or factors that we can't influence, and this can drain our energy and cloud our judgment. However, it's important to shift our focus to what we can control, the way we respond to situations, our attitudes, and the actions we take. When we place our attention on our own thoughts and behaviors, we regain a sense of power and clarity. By choosing to focus on the present moment and what's within our influence, we prevent ourselves from becoming helpless in the face of challenges. When you focus on what you can control, you empower yourself to make decisions that align with your goals and values. Instead of feeling victimized by outside circumstances, you begin to see that your responses shape your experience. For example, you may not have control over an unexpected setback, but you have control over how you react to it. You can choose to face the challenge with patience, learn from it, and take the necessary steps to move forward. This mindset shift helps you maintain a sense of direction and purpose even when things don't go as planned. It fosters a sense of control over your life and your outcomes, giving you the confidence to keep pushing ahead. Focusing on what you can control also frees you from unnecessary stress and frustration. When we spend too much time worrying about things outside our control, we create a sense of helplessness and anxiety, but when we intentionally focus on our own actions and attitudes, we stop wasting energy on things that don't serve us. This not only reduces stress, but also improves our decision-making ability. We start to approach challenges with a sense of calm and determination because we know that our responses are the only thing we truly have power over. By letting go of what we can't control, we gain the mental clarity needed to take meaningful steps forward. In the long term, this practice of focusing on what you can control builds resilience. Life will always present obstacles, and not everything will go according to plan. However, when you maintain control over your mindset and actions, you develop the strength to persevere, no matter what comes your way. You become more adaptable, more solutions-focused, and better equipped to navigate uncertainty. Ultimately, by focusing on what you can control, you create a more empowered, purposeful, and positive life. We all have unique abilities and strengths, yet it's easy to overlook them when we're focused on what we're not doing well or what we still need to improve. Affirming your strengths and skills is a powerful way to shift your mindset and build confidence. Instead of dwelling on weaknesses or past failures, take time each day to recognize the things you excel at, whether it's your ability to solve problems, your creativity, your communication skills, or your persistence in the face of adversity. Acknowledging these strengths helps you build a positive and empowered view of yourself. By affirming these qualities, you remind yourself of the value you bring to the table, which in turn motivates you to keep moving forward. When you affirm your strengths, you create a positive feedback loop. The more you recognize and celebrate what you do well, the more confidence you gain to take on new challenges. Instead of doubting your abilities or shying away from difficult situations, you begin to trust in your capacity to succeed. For example, if you're a skilled organizer, reminding yourself of this strength can help you tackle a challenging project. If you're good at staying calm under pressure, affirming that strength can make it easier to face stressful situations. By reinforcing your strengths in your mind, you build a stronger belief in your own capabilities, which sets you up for greater success. In addition, affirming your strengths doesn't mean ignoring areas for growth or improvement. It's important to acknowledge that no one is perfect, and we all have room to improve. However, recognizing and affirming your strengths doesn't take away from the areas where you want to grow. Rather, it provides you with a solid foundation to build upon. When you affirm your strengths, you start from a place of confidence and self-assurance, making it easier to tackle areas that need improvement. This balanced perspective allows you to view personal growth as an exciting journey rather than a daunting challenge. Ultimately, the practice of affirming your strengths and skills helps you cultivate a mindset of abundance and possibility. When you focus on what you do well, you attract more opportunities to use those strengths and grow even further. This positive self-talk acts as a reminder that you are capable of achieving your goals, no matter how big or small they may seem. By continuously affirming your abilities, you begin to see the world through a lens of possibility, knowing that you have the tools and skills to navigate whatever comes your way. This mindset shift is crucial for personal and professional growth, as it encourages you to step outside your comfort zone and take bold actions. We all have moments when things don't go as planned, when we fall short of our expectations or face setbacks. In these moments, it's easy to be hard on ourselves, to slip into self-criticism or judgment. However, speaking to yourself with compassion is one of the most powerful ways to nurture your emotional well-being and keep moving forward. When you treat yourself with the same kindness you would offer a friend who is struggling, you create a safe mental space where growth and healing can take place. Instead of saying, "I'm not good enough," or "I failed," try saying, "I made a mistake, but I'm learning," or "This is hard, but I will get through it." This simple shift can make all the difference in how you handle challenges and setbacks. By speaking to yourself with compassion, you acknowledge your humanity. We are all imperfect, and we all experience struggles, disappointments, and failures at times. Compassionate self-talk reminds you that it's okay to not have everything figured out. Instead of seeing mistakes as a reflection of your worth, you begin to view them as opportunities for growth. When you're compassionate with yourself, you allow space for self-acceptance, which ultimately makes it easier to take risks and pursue your goals. You stop fearing failure because you understand that it's not something to be ashamed of, it's simply part of the process of learning and evolving. Compassionate self-talk also helps reduce feelings of guilt and shame that can be so paralyzing. When you're too hard on yourself, those feelings can hold you back, preventing you from moving forward or trying again. However, when you approach your mistakes or challenges with compassion, you free yourself from the weight of negative emotions. You're no longer trapped in a cycle of self-blame. Instead, you can focus on what you can control and how you can improve. This shift in perspective makes it much easier to take proactive steps toward your goals, knowing that you are worthy of progress and growth, no matter where you are on your journey. Speaking to yourself with compassion not only fosters personal growth, but it also deepens your relationship with yourself. The way you talk to yourself shapes your inner dialogue, and over time, this dialogue becomes your internal reality. When you practice kindness and understanding toward yourself, you create a foundation of self-love and confidence. This foundation enables you to face challenges with courage and perseverance because you know that no matter what happens, you are capable of showing up for yourself with compassion. By consistently treating yourself with care and empathy, you build a stronger, more resilient mindset that can withstand life's difficulties and continue to thrive. Visualization is a powerful tool that allows you to create a mental picture of the success you want to achieve. By taking the time to vividly imagine yourself succeeding in your goals, you activate the same neural pathways in your brain that are used when you actually perform the task. This mental rehearsal not only helps boost your confidence, but also prepares you emotionally and mentally for the actions you need to take. When you visualize yourself succeeding, you begin to see yourself as someone capable of achieving your dreams. This sense of certainty and belief in your ability can propel you forward, even when faced with challenges. It acts as a form of mental conditioning that strengthens your resolve and keeps you focused on the path ahead. In addition to boosting confidence, visualization helps you clarify your goals and objectives. When you vividly imagine the specific steps it will take to reach your desired outcome, you create a clearer roadmap for your actions. For instance, if you're working toward a career advancement or personal achievement, visualizing the process allows you to break down the larger goal into smaller, more manageable steps. This mental clarity makes it easier to prioritize tasks and take consistent action. Instead of feeling overwhelmed by the enormity of your goal, visualization helps you focus on the present moment and the specific actions you need to take to make progress. Visualization also has a remarkable impact on your emotional state. It triggers feelings of excitement, pride, and joy as you imagine yourself experiencing success. This emotional connection to your goals fuels motivation and strengthens your resilience. When setbacks or difficulties arise, the positive emotions you've associated with your success can serve as a source of strength. The more vividly you imagine the positive emotions that will come with achieving your goal, the more likely you are to stay committed to it. Visualization helps you create an emotional blueprint for success, which makes the pursuit of your goals feel rewarding and meaningful, even before you reach them. Furthermore, regularly practicing visualization can increase your mental focus and discipline. The more often you see yourself achieving your desired results, the clearer your vision becomes. This enhanced focus helps you stay aligned with your goals, reducing distractions and keeping you on track. Whether it's a career goal, a personal project, or a health goal, consistent visualization brings you closer to your desired outcome by reinforcing your commitment and determination. When you mentally align yourself with success and focus on the specific steps that lead to it, you transform the way you approach your challenges, making them seem more manageable and less daunting. Visualization becomes a key tool for turning your dreams into reality, one step at a time. We all have moments when negative thoughts creep into our minds, and they can often feel overwhelming. Whether it's doubts about our abilities, fears about the future, or feelings of inadequacy, negative thoughts can hold us back from taking action. However, it's important to recognize that not every thought we have is true or based on reality. Often these thoughts are rooted in fear or insecurity rather than fact. By challenging these negative thoughts, we begin to break free from their grip and take control of our mindset. The first step is simply to ask yourself, is this thought actually true? This simple question can help you see things more clearly and assess whether your worries are based on evidence or just assumptions. Once you've identified a negative thought, it's crucial to analyze it critically. Ask yourself if there is concrete evidence to support it. For example, if you think, "I'm not good enough for this opportunity," ask yourself, "Have I succeeded in similar situations before?" Or, "What strengths do I bring to the table?" When you examine negative thoughts this way, they often lose their power. You start to realize that they are not based on reality, but on past experiences, fears, or self-doubt. By challenging these thoughts and replacing them with facts or more rational perspectives, you begin to reshape your mindset and reinforce your belief in your abilities. It's also helpful to reframe negative thoughts into something more constructive. Instead of focusing on the potential for failure, focus on the opportunity to learn and grow. For example, if you catch yourself thinking, "I'm going to fail at this," change that thought to, "Even if things don't go perfectly, I will learn from this experience and improve next time." This shift in thinking allows you to view challenges as stepping stones rather than roadblocks. By reframing negative thoughts in this way, you take away their ability to derail your progress and instead use them as fuel for growth. Over time, challenging negative thoughts becomes a habit, and it strengthens your mental resilience. The more you question and reframe these thoughts, the less power they hold over you. Instead of being overwhelmed by fear or doubt, you develop the ability to remain grounded and focused on your goals. You learn to trust yourself and your ability to navigate difficult situations with a clear mind. Challenging negative thoughts not only improves your mental clarity, but also helps you maintain the motivation needed to continue pursuing your goals no matter what obstacles arise. This practice of questioning your thoughts ultimately empowers you to shape a more positive, proactive, and confident mindset. In life, we often set high standards for ourselves, aiming for perfection in everything we do. While striving for excellence is important, it can also lead to frustration and discouragement when things don't go exactly as planned. We may focus so much on what we haven't achieved yet that we overlook the progress we've made along the way. It's easy to forget that growth is a gradual process and that every step forward, no matter how small, is an achievement in itself. By shifting our focus from the unattainable ideal of perfection to the tangible progress we've made, we create a more compassionate and realistic perspective on our journey. Gratitude for progress, rather than perfection, encourages us to celebrate the small victories that often go unnoticed. Whether it's a new skill we've developed, a challenge we've overcome, or even a small improvement in our mindset, these steps are worth acknowledging. When we take the time to recognize and appreciate these moments, we build momentum and increase our motivation. Instead of feeling defeated by what we still need to accomplish, we begin to feel proud of how far we've come. This mindset not only boosts our confidence, but also reminds us that success is not a destination, but a series of steps taken toward a larger goal. By being grateful for progress, we also give ourselves permission to be imperfect. The pursuit of perfection can create unrealistic expectations that lead to stress and burnout. But when we appreciate the progress we've made, we free ourselves from the pressure of needing everything to be flawless. We understand that mistakes are part of the learning process and that they contribute to our development. This approach allows us to embrace imperfection and approach challenges with a sense of curiosity and openness rather than fear of failure. When we see progress as the true measure of success, we let go of the need for perfection and focus on continuous improvement instead. Ultimately, adopting the mindset of being grateful for progress instead of perfection shifts our approach to life. It encourages us to be more patient and kind with ourselves, recognizing that personal growth is a journey, not a race. By celebrating each step forward, we stay focused on what we can control and take pride in our efforts, rather than fixating on an ideal that may never be fully realized. This shift in perspective fosters resilience, self-compassion, and a deeper sense of fulfillment as we continue to evolve and grow. It reminds us that success isn't about perfection. It's about making steady progress toward becoming the best version of ourselves. The way we speak to ourselves has a profound impact on how we carry ourselves in the world. Speaking with confidence and authority is not just about external projection, but it starts from within. When you speak with confidence to yourself, you reinforce a belief that you are capable, competent, and deserving of success. This internal dialogue forms the foundation for how you express yourself to others. The more you practice speaking with certainty in your own thoughts, the more it will naturally translate into your outward communication. Speaking confidently to yourself means that you trust your abilities, and this belief becomes evident in every conversation, every decision, and every action you take. At times, even when you might feel unsure, speaking with confidence can serve as a tool to push through that doubt. When faced with a challenge, instead of second-guessing yourself or thinking, I don't know if I can do this, try saying to yourself, I have what it takes to handle this, or I can figure this out. Even if you're uncertain about the outcome, speaking with confidence helps you act with clarity. This doesn't mean pretending to be someone you're not, but rather cultivating a mindset that recognizes your ability to rise to the occasion no matter how difficult the task. The more you tell yourself you're capable, the more your actions will reflect that self-assurance. Speaking with authority also means taking ownership of your thoughts and decisions. When you speak with confidence, you communicate that you believe in the decisions you're making. Rather than hesitating or apologizing for your choices, own them. Whether you're speaking in a meeting, having a conversation, or reflecting on your goals, speaking with authority shows that you are in control of your life and your path. It sends a clear message to both yourself and others that you are someone who takes charge, makes thoughtful decisions, and stands behind them. This doesn't mean being domineering or aggressive. It simply means projecting a sense of calm, assuredness, and trust in your judgment. Over time, speaking with confidence and authority starts to reinforce itself. As you continue to speak to yourself with assurance and act from a place of self-belief, you'll notice a shift in how others perceive you. People are drawn to individuals who speak with clarity and confidence because it demonstrates decisiveness, competence, and leadership. The more you practice this approach, the more it becomes a natural part of who you are. Speaking with confidence is not about being perfect or always having the right answer, but about embodying a mindset that believes in your ability to navigate life's challenges. This practice not only transforms how others see you, but also strengthens your sense of self, empowering you to tackle any situation with confidence and authority. What we say to ourselves matters. It shapes our attitudes, our actions, and ultimately, our results. So for the next 3 days, try this. Talk to yourself with the same kindness, encouragement, and belief that you would show to someone you care about deeply. Remember, you are in charge of your thoughts, and your thoughts are the foundation for everything you do. Be intentional with your self-talk and watch how it transforms your life. Thank you.